All right, my friends, welcome to episode 178 of Prof and Dev Play Games. I am the professor at Prof Plays Games, and over there is Anthony the dev at Summer Speak, and he is currently under, at least a foot of snow?
Yeah, it's about that now.
Nice.
We got another couple inches tonight, 1 or 2, so I think we're up to about a foot where I'm at. A friend I have in Seattle measured it at her place up on Queen Anne, and she has 8 inches.
Oh, wow.
So
you lost power. It's back,
yes.
But your internet is still out. So
yeah, my internet's going to be out for, I think it comes back. I've talked to Comcast. The theoretical is it will be back Tuesday by noon. So we're living off our cell phone data plan right now and using the iPhone as a hotspot when needed to do some work. But yeah, it's been an adventure. Lost power at about just before midnight Friday night. It's about 11:50 Friday night, and it was out until about 4:30 on Saturday. I didn't even have a clue if it was coming back, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The entire island I live on lost power. So 7,000 people, I think.
Dang.
Something like that.
Hopefully
yeah, it was pretty big.
Wood stoves, but I imagine
something.
Not everyone does.
Not everyone. Although some form of backup heating is pretty common on any of the houses here, be it oil or gas furnaces, or a lot of people have generators as well. So people are somewhat prepared for this here.
Right.
But I have wood stove. So while it was very inconvenient to lose power, in a pinch, that wood stove heats my house very well, and you can cook on it, which we did.
I think we had talked, maybe this Friday when we were playing Apex Legends, that you said you were going to go out and get food because you knew something was coming. Were you able to get out and get food and bring it back?
When we were playing, that was Thursday?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I did go out. I knew it was coming, so yeah, Friday midday before all the snow started, I went out to the grocery store and made sure. We had a bunch of food. It was just buying some staples, just in case it goes long, and just be like, all right, do we have enough milk and eggs and things like that?
Right.
Pro tip: it gets cold enough that when your fridge dies, you can just go bury everything in the snow.
Put the food outside.
It stays completely perfect.
That's what my friend in Ukraine did when it was winter and his fridge went out. He just took everything, put it on his balcony, and it all stayed nice and cold.
Yep. Maybe too cold.
A little too cold. So yeah, if Anthony sounds a little weird, it's because he's on his iPhone using his data plan and using his headset on his phone. So we'll see how it sounds for you, but please bear with us. We're happy to have you. Again, if you like what we're doing here, please check us out on Patreon. Just search for Prof and Dev Play Games. This week we are just going to talk about Apex Legends because that has taken a hold of us in a way that I don't think any Battle Royale has for either of us.
I would say it's taken hold of the industry as a whole this week. And Twitch, before I lost power and stuff, looking at it, it was consistently the number one game on Twitch, people watching it.
Well,
the entire week.
And I'm pretty sure it still is. And the thing that's interesting about that is that Division 2 beta came out during this week and just got buried. Totally.
Oh,
buried.
yeah. So, yeah, I mean, and it's the first Battle Royale I've ever played.
You haven't played a minute of Fortnite or PUBG?
Nope.
Wow.
Never played PUBG, and I never played Fortnite.
Okay.
Not that I am definitely not one of those people that's like, I don't see the appeal of Fortnite and it's stupid. No, I completely understand.
Yeah.
I just think a chance just didn't seem like something. It never intrigued me enough. But I understand why it was very popular, and I can see why it has such a large audience. But it felt like watching other people play it on streams and some friends that played it and were showing it off, it just didn't feel like a game I could really get into.
Yeah.
I felt like somewhat overwhelmed by the building aspect of it.
For me, that was the hardest part, where you get to the end game, and if your building game isn't on point, you don't have a chance.
Yeah. And really, I was like, so cool, it's super popular. I understand why it's popular. PUBG just always was just a janky mess.
It's fucking just super janky. Oh
I mean, it proved to me that the concept of Battle Royale was very strong.
Right.
Because people enjoyed that multiplayer concept and would put up with the jankiness of that game.
Right.
And ended up being fun for them. But I never really wanted to buy into it. It just didn't matter. Which then comes to, what was it, Monday? Yeah, it was Monday.
Yeah, because it was a leaks over the weekend, and then it popped up on Monday.
Yeah. Respawn was launching a Battle Royale in the Titanfall universe.
Well, and such a smart thing. I think Drew McCoy, the game director, came out and said, like, bought by EA, got loot boxes, not loot boxes, but microtransactions. We're Respawn. This is not Titanfall. That marketing, nothing could have saved it, so we just didn't tell anyone. We're just going to shadow drop it, basically. And it worked out so well.
Let the game prove itself.
Right, exactly. And people would have shit all over that game if they had known ahead of time. And just because they didn't, and they got a chance to play it, basically, people let the game speak for itself. And it's a phenomenal game. Like, I've played PUBG, I've played Fortnite. None of those games did I say, hey, Anthony, we got to play this game together. This game was like, we have to play this together.
Yeah. I mean, as one not playing the other ones, it dropped on Monday. I immediately started watching which streamer, Dr. Lupo, who is a streamer that a coworker has talked to before. He's like, watch them, they're really cool, super nerdy, and just good at Battle Royale. And I just watched his stream for like 5 hours and was like, I have to play this game. I have to play this. It looks so much fun, and I need a group of people to play it with. Because let's be honest, to play this game, it's a 3-person. They don't give you the option. You're in a squad with 2 other people,
and they shouldn't. I don't think it would play that well as a solo effort. And, playing, for the record, it's been you, me, and Brad. We've been playing several nights this week, and it's a vastly different game when you're playing with people that you know and you're on comms, as opposed to. I've been playing with a bunch of random people this week, and let me tell you, if you're a random person playing this game, playing Apex Legends, and you just shoot off from your group at the beginning, and you just play it like a solo Fortnite experience, first of all, that's not the game. Second of all, you're fucking your entire squad. Please stop doing that. It is just driving me nuts right now.
You're kind of killing yourself, too.
You are, yeah.
Because you're going to hit a squad. I mean, that's the thing. That is the great thing of the squad thing. As soon as you see one person, you're like, there's 2 more around here somewhere. And going 1v3 is just going to be insane.
Oh,
I mean, I've seen it done. You better be good, though.
Yep.
And
we are
and most likely the person that's jetting off going solo, you're probably not that good.
Right.
Because any good player is going to stick with their team and use them either as bait or distraction while they can get around and get good shots off. The whole thing. Like, it is a team-based game. Play it within a team manner. Right. I just didn't. It came out of nowhere. Watched the stream and just now playing it. It's so good, so good. It plays really well. The gunplay is really good. I mean, it's Respawn.
The locomotion is great.
Yeah,
it's Titanfall. The thing that I found interesting is that even if I think that you hadn't been turned on by watching the streams or whatever, I think it might have been something that I would have brought to your attention in terms of the strategy, like the interconnections of the different legends, basically.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Just
it is
a lot of depth of thought there. Like the character that I usually play, Bangalore, like with the smoke. I think the thing that you sent me today basically was like, you have smoke, and there's another hero character or a legend character. I can't remember who it is, but basically lets you see where enemies are.
Bloodhound.
Okay. So then he pops that ability. Then you throw the smoke, so that you can see the enemies, but they can't see you, basically.
Yeah.
And, it's just
then Bloodhound can actually just see them without popping his ability.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's just a passive.
Oh, okay.
He gets enhanced. It's actually androgynous. Actually, voiced by a female voice actress.
Interesting.
Who did she did someone in Dragon Age Inquisition. She did the noble woman who was your confidant, basically.
Oh yeah, I hooked up that.
Your advisor.
The one who sits at the desk.
Yeah, it's the same voice actress
for
cool. Bloodhound and so, but it's very purposely done in somewhat androgynous manner, so you don't know
Well, they're covered from head to toe, right?
Exactly, you don't
Yeah.
know,
Mhm.
which is great. And yeah, but they just passively get a better knowledge of where enemies are, which made me realize I'm like, I should play that character.
Yeah.
Or Brad should play that character.
Right.
Although Brad really likes the robot, likes Pathfinder.
Yeah. Yeah, he likes the grappling and swinging around like
Yeah.
Spider-Man, basically.
Yeah,
And I realized that I've put most of my time into Bangalore, and I realized that's probably the character I should not be playing, because that's like the straight FPS character, and I'm not good at FPSs, so I should be playing someone with like different support abilities.
Yeah.
I think. But the smoke is really enticing. So.
Smoke is really good. But who was it? I think Bangalore is the one whose passive is when you get shot at, you get a
She
speed
runs faster.
boost.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They
That's
all
really cool.
have passives, and they all have an active ability and then an ultimate ability. And the ultimates aren't like your. You'll see some comparisons to Overwatch here, but they're not as strong as Overwatch
Definitely
ultimates.
not. Mm-mm.
They are very much. Think of them all as strategic support abilities that you can use every minute and a half.
Yeah, I feel like Bangalore's, which is kind of like dropping basically firepower from the sky, is almost like a zoning.
It is a zoning because it
ability.
actually doesn't do that much damage.
I haven't killed a single person with it.
No,
yet.
it only does like 20 damage. The thing that it does is it puts a lot of smoke down, and if they get hit by it, they're slowed.
Right.
Enemies are slowed, and like most of the ultimates have more to do with positioning, zoning, or kind of equipment, with lifelink calling down like loot drops, basically.
That's what I think is so smart about this game. Is not like overpowering you. It's smart. It's strategic. There's so much more strategy in this game than I have obviously found in PUBG, but also even in Fortnite. Even though
Yeah.
Fortnite, the strategy of the building is something there. Just the way that it forces you to communicate with your team through that ping system alone is like game changing. So
yeah, that
even though I
ping
don't have
system.
comms with the randos, I can use the ping system to like tell them where stuff is at or where enemies are coming from. Just so smart.
Even on a basic, like those are the basic things, and then you start looking at all the more detailed things you can do with that ping system. Of pretty much you can ping anything in the world. Like you can ping items, loot chests. You can ping the redeploy balloons, saying, "Hey, I'm going to be deploying from that balloon specifically."
Oh, wow.
And it will specifically. The thing is with the ping system is like, yes, it's putting on the map, but there's like unique dialogue for every character when they ping these things.
Well, and even when I'm not pinging something, like if they're getting shot, my character will automatically say like, I'm taking fire over here. Like I don't have to say that. It just says it.
It will tell you when a team is completely eliminated.
Oh,
So you
I
don't
didn't
have
know
to
that.
guess. Like if you wipe a team, we have to actually end up wiping a team.
Yeah.
You can listen, and all the characters will say something when you wipe a team completely, saying that like, hey, there's that squad is eliminated.
Oh,
you
shit,
don't
I
have to
didn't know
worry
that.
about other players showing up from that
Mhm.
squad. There's a lot of subtle sound stuff going on all over the place to like
Right.
reinforce gameplay events that are happening in a very passive way.
Right.
Which goes into the fact that I haven't really liked watching PUBG streams
hmm
or Fortnite streams. Different reason. PUBG I just found very boring to watch on stream a lot of times, because there's a lot of dead time I found in PUBG, or there can be. Fortnite I actually just had a lot of times watching streams, keep following what's going on,
hmm
especially when the building's at it. Like it becomes kind of chaotic.
It does.
And so it's very hard when watching a stream going on. Watching a stream of Apex, I know exactly what's happening. And a lot of it has to do with the sound cues and the characters talking. And I noticed that I can just watch an entire round of it and know exactly what is going on.
That's a great point, because when you're pro at a certain point, or really adept at a game, you don't need to say the things, you don't need to narrate the things, you just do them. Whereas this game, even if you are in that space, the game is still narrating for you.
It is.
Oh, that's a great point.
There's a lot going on in this game. And I was doing some digging. At least they've most likely been working on this since Titanfall 2.
Dang.
And it morphed into this at one. It was never Titanfall 3, but it was definitely something that they wanted to do Again, Titanfall 1 was all multiplayer. It didn't have a single player aspect to it. So I think they just wanted to do another multiplayer, and they started probably working on this, and PUBG came out. And then they've been continuing to iterate and work on this since then. This is not them responding to a change in the market. This is them noticing, like, hey, this thing came out that's really cool. We should try doing this, and took the time to actually put together a very well-made game.
The thing that's crazy to me in terms of timeline is Titanfall 2 got totally fucked by Battlefield 1.
And you know what? And people give EA crap about that, and Respawn has come out multiple times going like, no, we chose that date. I don't know why they chose that date, but they did.
Right. So that now...
They're like, EA was not pushing them to
that's good to know.
Come out.
The interesting thing now is that, Battlefield 5's multiplayer or Battle Royale is supposed to come out next month, and it's going to get just fucked by this.
Oh, everything's going to get pretty much screwed by this.
Well,
right
Division
now.
2, like I said, is getting just pushed down Twitch. Like they can't buy real estate on Twitch right now.
Yeah.
And I know Apex Legends, I know Respawn is actually literally buying real estate on Twitch by paying some of the top streamers, but
not anymore.
Not anymore. Okay.
No, that was only Monday, some of Tuesday.
Okay.
And they when they were doing it, they had to put a badge up on their stream
that said that they're paid by
Apex Partner. Was the badge that they were an Apex Partner stream.
Yeah.
And most of them only did it on Monday, on launch day.
Mm-hmm.
That Dr. Loopwise, he's talked about, because people are like, oh, you're still getting paid. And he's like, no, I'm not. I could get in a lot of trouble if I didn't say if I was actually getting paid. And it's like, I would put that in my stream title. I will let you know. Because there is court cases now of streamers not putting up if they're being paid to stream a game.
Right.
And he's like, not going to go down that legal rabbit hole. You will know. And he's like, that was only the first day. I'm continuing to play this game because I love this game.
Well, it seems like for a lot of those players,
yeah.
It's fucking wildfire, man. And I think it has a lot to, obviously the battle royale aspect of it and the competition aspect, but just the strategic nature of the composition of your teams and just so many different ways the game can go, and the revive system where you're not out.
There's another thing. Yeah, the reviving, that whole thing works so well. Holy crap!
Yeah, you just don't feel like you're out yet. Like you said with Fortnite or maybe it's PUBG. There's just a bunch of downtime. There really isn't in this game because you're still communicating with your team, pinging where the next revive location is at. If your teammate's down, just like that becomes a focus for you and trying to get back to that teammate, get their tag or banner or whatever it is, and bring it to the revive place. It adds another layer on top of all the other layers, and it's not a one-trick pony. This thing has a lot of tricks, and they're not just copying everyone else. They've iterated and created new things that will define FPSs moving forward, I think.
I think so.
Even if it's not Battle Royale. Like this ping system alone is got to be copied by everyone else.
Yeah. There's a lot of subtle stuff in here that's going to shape. I don't know how much single-player FPS is going to shape, but it's going to shape multiplayer forever. Like, I have to actually think of this, and this has come out. Call of Duty didn't... What was their Battle Royale?
Blackout.
That hasn't done great, has it?
I think it's been popular. I don't know in terms of the numbers, but the news about Activision Blizzard going to be cutting a ton of jobs this next week. Who knows?
Yeah, that's great. But I somewhat expect Activision. I don't see Blizzard. Honestly, doesn't need to downsize. I'm sure they'll cut jobs there, though. At least some of them. But Activision as a company needs to honestly rethink what it's doing because it just doesn't have a whole lot going on. And then you get something like this that drops out of nowhere and just sucks the air out of the room.
Absolutely. We had looked at February as just like a ton of releases, Metro Exodus, Anthem, whatever else. Like this month, there's a ton of stuff coming out, fucking just off the map now. Even Anthem.
Honestly, I think this is gonna somewhat hurt Anthem.
Yeah, absolutely.
No one's attention's on Anthem anymore.
Nope.
And I'll say the Anthem. That's the problem. Anthem's beta was problematic.
Yep.
This game launches out of nowhere. It is pretty much flawless on its execution of launch. Like, the servers have had issues here and there, but they're super quick to fix them. And no one knew this was coming. And it just hits. And it's not an early access game. It's not beta. This is a done product. This is 1.0. Play. Enjoy. Which doesn't happen anymore.
No, it doesn't. And it's interesting because, again, Anthem is under the EA umbrella, and so is Respawn. and Apex Legends, so it's kind of cannibalizing their own shit. Even though the audience should be different because Anthem is not PvP, it's not online multiplayer in that sense, competitive multiplayer. It's a co-op if you're going to play online multiplayer. So it should be different audiences, but I mean, having played 2 demos of Anthem and thinking I'm probably going to pop on, I don't know now because I'm really enjoying my time with this game.
Yeah, I am very curious. And again, I don't know on the overall bigger strategic on what EA is doing, or if they're just like, nah, we got to do this now, and just, I'm sure someone did the calculation of being like, you know what, it's worth more to put this out now.
Well, how much longer were they going to be able to keep? Sorry,
and cannibalize our other games and be like, you know what, this is just a better play strategically.
Yeah. And money wise, like, if holding it longer meant more leaks and then just negative buzz around this game before it launched, would have hurt it. So putting it out now, I'm sure it's making hand over fist. Like, I'm probably going to purchase one. I'm probably going to put money into it tonight to purchase one of the extra not operators. That's Siege Legends.
Yeah.
Because I played.
Which one?
I think not Caustic. I think the other one, Mirage.
Yeah. Mirage's decoys are really fun.
Awesome. Yeah,
they
I think I'm
are
gonna do
so
Mirage.
Weird.
Because I like that character class at least.
Yeah.
But I probably put at least 10 hours in this game at this point between randos and playing with you and Brad. That it deserves some of my money. It's earned it, I think. So.
I wish my power hadn't gone out or my internet worked because I would totally be playing.
You're so behind on the meta now.
I really miss playing that game.
It got into our blood in a way that it hasn't before, and being able to entice Brad, who's not really into battle royales at all, or even these kinds of online multiplayer shooters, to play with us and enjoy his time. Like when you left us the other night, we kept playing for another 20-30 minutes.
Yeah.
We're good. We're not good. We're all terrible at this game, but I think we've got to like squad 5.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm like, I don't care if I'm terrible. I'll learn. I can get better. But even being terrible, I'm having fun with it.
Yeah. I think the best moment was when my wife came in to kiss me goodnight, and I looked over my shoulder to kiss her goodnight. Didn't realize that I was leading us as the jump master right into the ocean.
I broke off. I was like, wait a second. He's not. We are totally overshooting land.
So I took Brad right into the ocean, but luckily.
But then you talk about the respawn though.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to like get your tags and be like, all right, well, we didn't start out optimally, but I can get you guys back. It's not just a wash of a game.
Right.
Like it actually changed. It was really funny that happened, and then it added an aspect where then it became fun for me to refocus and like try to get you guys revived,
right?
Instead of just trying to find like the best loot I could and get secured.
Right.
It totally changed the whole game, but it was really fun for me. Even that person that hit like the one remaining person.
Well, it's kind of cool to give you success in a different way. Like it's not just about shooting someone, but it's about like getting my teammates revived. Like that's a different kind of success that you can have.
Yeah.
And I feel like it keeps giving players rewards like that, where it's not just about the kill KPD. Is that it?
Yeah.
It's about other things too. It's about support, kind of like Team Fortress 2, where like you could do other things to get points, and that's what drew me into that game so well. Because I'm not really great at Twitch shooting. That article you sent from Reddit about like average players, here's how to improve yourself, like really helped my mindset. Because really, when someone pops up, I just start like spitting like 360 no scoping and just spraying bullets everywhere. Because I'm just like so fucking amped up. When as soon as someone pops up, I'm just like wah. So.
Yeah, that one's like just take a shot, take a breath, take a shot, take a breath. Like it'll be okay. Yeah. Which is really good advice. And I must say, I really like the map as well.
Oh,
I think they've iterated. Clearly, this is a map they made quite a while ago and have just been iterating on and just play testing on for a very long time.
Well, the verticality of it makes it like 3 maps.
Yeah, basically. The verticality has really got me. The distinct areas, especially now watching streams more, and like people are talking about them a lot more, and it's been really fun to watch, and it's been fun to play and learn the map as well.
Right.
And they've said that those going to be more maps coming in the future. So
I wonder how that's going to split the player base.
I don't know if they'll split them. I'm wondering if they'll rotate it for a season.
Oh, that would be good. That's smart.
I think that's the way to do it. It's just
for sure.
Whenever, I don't think it would be this season, but potentially I would say they at least stay on this season for 1, if not 2 seasons, because I think they're going to do 3-month seasons.
Well, I'm looking forward to that battle pass to see what it's going to look like.
I think it's going to. Oh, let's be honest. It's going to look somewhat like Fortnite, but knowing how this game has gone, it will be Fortnite's iterated in hopefully very good ways.
I hope it means that the legend is unlocked for you when you buy the battle pass.
I think it does. It shows the little icon, like it was a graphic on Twitter that got retweeted that was like, because next month is the battle pass. That is the first season.
It's March.
And March with the pass, and the pass they had icons for like legends,
Okay.
Weapons, and something else, new like customizations, and the battle pass had all 3 icons on it. So I think you get a legend with the battle pass, or you can earn a legend with the battle pass, because that's how Fortnite ones work.
Fortnite works where when you buy the battle pass, you get like the main skins immediately, but then there are more skins to get.
Yeah, because if you have the battle pass, you can unlock more.
Correct.
Basically.
Yeah, there's tons of tiers.
Yeah, so I could see them doing a thing where you get a legend with the pass, like just one. Right. And who knows what that is. I'm very curious what their cadence is going to be on releasing legends.
I don't think they can launch a battle pass next month and not have a new legend. It seems like they've got to have one ready to go.
Yeah, I think they at least have one ready to go. Maybe that's their cadence, is one a season.
Right, which would be fine, which would be okay. I don't know. I think that would be a good cadence. But if it is 3 months, that's a long season. It seems right to have 4 a year and just keep building. Because right now, it's 8,
I was looking at that. Fortnite's 10 weeks.
Oh, that's pretty close then. Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. Okay.
So I think, and it sounded like, was it Vince Ampella? Someone on Twitter from Respawn said that it was going to be a 3-month season.
Cool. Like I say, this has definitely put Jedi Fallen Order on my radar, because I feel like they probably are going to hit that this year. And if this is this good, that's got to be something.
I mean, it made EA go like, yes, we want that game instead of anything we're doing. And I mean, let's be honest. Original Titanfall I played, and I did enjoy, but it was multiplayer only. Right. But it was a great change of pace for multiplayer, and it had some nice story thrown into the multiplayer, so you kind of were getting a storyline as you were playing it. But they developed that thing in a very short period of time, and it was damn good looking and played really well.
Yeah, it was great.
And then Titanfall 2, which I still haven't played, and I need to play now for sure. Like, this now made me like, I have to play. I have to get this on my PC, and I need to play it.
Yep, well worth it.
Basically, they've shown that with that and everyone with like the wall running, the locomotion of that they make very high quality games. They know what they're doing on the FPS side, and then Fallen Order is going to come out, and I just assume that they're just like, man, we're going to make a Star Wars game. We're going to make a badass Star Wars game where you play. Someone leaked it. Not leaked it. They released the basic info that it's not. When is it set? It's set.
Isn't it between the 2 trilogies?
Yeah, it is. Where you're just kind of a lone hermit Jedi.
Right.
Yeah, it's completely Fallen Order. There's no Jedi left or anything. Like, you're just a Jedi that didn't get killed in the Clone Wars, at the end of Clone Wars. So, I'm very curious what they're going to do there, and maybe this will be actually a really good EA Star Wars game. Maybe they just need to not do it internally.
Well,
I guess Respawn is internal now, but meh.
I feel like the Battlefront games weren't bad, but they weren't what many of us were looking for, I think, in Star Wars games. So
no, and then Battlefront 2 unfortunately was mired in all its microtransactions. Like, if it hadn't had those, I bet people would have been more fond of it than the first Battlefront, because at least Battlefront 2 has like a single player storyline with some cool characters, on top of the normal big multiplayer battles. But man, the loot crate system there and the microtransactions just tanked public perception of that game.
Correct, and also of EA, even though that was already bad anyways. But not just didn't tank just that game, but also kind of loot boxes in general have been taking a beating and kind of have come into the spotlight in a way to kind of eradicate them. I think Belgium has gotten rid of them. So EA's had to pull them out of Belgian games that are sold in Belgium, and then we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, but Apex has them.
They don't have loot boxes. They just have microtransactions.
No, they have you can
buy those packs?
You can buy those packs for skins and skins and
You're
stuff.
Right then. Yeah.
And there's like nothing but cosmetic things that you can get from them.
Correct.
But one thing watching on a streamer, because a number of the streamers, if you open 500 of their loot crates or whatever they call them,
Apex packs or whatever it is. Yeah.
Apex packs, you get a special Wraith skin.
So if you open 500 lifetime?
Yeah, lifetime.
Oh, okay.
You get rewarded with a couple things. And it's your fifth 500th pack will have it in it. And then you're guaranteed a legendary every 30 packs or something like that. And that's another thing that's different than, say, Overwatch packs. Right? You cannot get duplicates out of the packs.
That's nice, because then Overwatch, you're just turning your duplicates in for coins, basically.
Yeah, you get 0 duplicates. So if you don't already have it, it will just get re-rolled for another cosmetic.
Nice.
Until you have it all, and then you get crafting materials to save up, and because you can also just craft any cosmetic if you have the materials.
I also wonder if it kind of tilts what you open toward your character that you play the most, because I feel like I've gotten a lot of Bangalore stuff, which is
I don't
great.
know.
I've gotten like 4 or 5 skins for Bangalore, like rare all the way up to legendary.
Nice.
So it's either just really lucky, or if it's tuned a little bit toward who you play. But yeah, it just feels, as long as it's cosmetic, I don't think anyone really has a problem with it.
And the new legends, looking at the times, it would take about 15 hours of playing to get enough of the, not Apex coins, the legend tokens,
right?
The red currency. It takes about 15 hours to get enough to unlock a legend. So
that's not unfair, I think.
No, I mean, it's like you
consider
can
there's 6 unlocked anyways.
Buy it for $7.50 or just play the game and play for roughly 15 hours. It's basically a certain level that you get to. And you'll give you enough, and then you can just get it. Which didn't seem unfair at all.
No, and also $7.50 seems fair. Like, I'm gonna pop down that tonight to get a Mirage, I think. So.
Oh yeah. You mean Mirage? Not
Mirage.
Wraith. Yeah.
No, not Wraith. No, Wraith's already unlocked. I never actually played as Wraith.
Wraith is weird. I want to like it, and I need to go back to it, but I feel like it's going to be a character that takes a lot of finesse and to get used to it, because it is a high risk, high reward character.
Yeah.
But man, can you get out of bad spots quickly with her?
Right, exactly. You can just run away
and set up traps, because enemies can use your portal.
And then once they pop out, it could be an ambush or whatever.
Yep.
Grenades, something like that.
Yeah, you can do some fun stuff there. God, that game is good. Why is this game so good? How?
Well, the legends are so differentiated. They just, the way they interplay, the revive system, the ping system, the strategy of the map, like, add it all together, and it's just, there's so much replayability. Like, we've been okay. We've lost most of the time, and we still keep coming back.
Yeah, I have no problem. Like, when I lose, being like, all right, next, ready, let's go again. The only reason I stop is I'm like, I have to go to bed, or I have other obligations.
Right.
And there's places on the map that, I mean, we still haven't been, that I'm like, oh, I need to go there. Like, at one point you're like, why don't we drop there? And it was like, the pit?
Yeah,
and we did. The pit is a high tier loot area.
Oh shit! Well, we should
totally drop there. I've seen people run through it on a stream, and I was like, oh, this is cool. God, there's so much here, man. Why does my internet have to be out? Why can't I just be playing tonight? I would totally do it.
It makes me want to go play right now. We're going to record from within Apex Legends tonight and kind of do the podcast while playing, but that obviously is not going to work when you have no internet.
No. But man, kudos to Respawn for putting this out. Yeah. For all those things that you mentioned, kudos to them for the diversity of their characters. Yep. Because holy crap, they nailed it across the board. Like I said, like, you have Bloodhound, who's completely androgynous. You don't know gender or anything on that character, and it's meant to be that way. You have 2 black women, Bangalore and Lifeline.
I like how I like how Bangalore is like basically the toughest nails like soldier, and it's just like
Oh yeah,
badass black woman.
yeah.
Fucking great.
You have who's the Brad was playing him the first time, the big shield dude.
Oh, Gibraltar,
who's gay. If you read his little backstory snippet in the game. And then someone else I know who was, I don't know the exact descent, ancestry of him. Pacific Islander of some sort. I don't know exactly which one. They kind of mention it in there, but she is also of Pacific Island descent, and she's like, oh my god, they nailed this character. She's just like, yes, this is it. He speaks exactly how I'd expect him to speak. He looks exactly how I expect him to look. It's amazing. Which is awesome whenever you see people responding to these characters like that.
Right. And I also like the diversity in terms of the abilities. Like, for example, I keep coming back to Caustic, who I haven't had a chance to play yet, but just the way that his character plays, like I haven't really seen other characters in FPSs play with like poisons and toxins and things like that.
Yeah.
Just smart on every level. Like, well done, Respawn. Well done. Fuck.
Take the world by storm.
For sure. Like, we thought February and March were just like stacked with all these AAA games, and they're just fucking off the table right now. It's really
pretty
crazy.
much
To give someone like this quality of a game that's free, like there's no competition. You can't compete with that.
That's the crazy thing. You're just like, just try it. It's free. There's nothing stopping anyone from doing this. And I think they had 10 million installs.
They did, yeah.
In like 72 hours.
And they had 1 million concurrents in that time period too.
Oh my god, the amount that the servers actually survived all this, that's insane.
Well, on the back of Anthem servers melting, basically, or the login thing melting or whatever.
And let's be honest, login servers did mess up for Anthem sometimes. And know whose login servers those are? EA's login servers.
Right.
Because it was taking down Origin and everything.
Well,
because it's just too much.
Yeah. Well, I think the timeline for them releasing Apex Legends on the back of those two Anthem demos was actually really smart too, because it made me make sure my Origin was up to date and get familiar with Origin, which I don't use very much. And now I'm using Origin all the time. And now I'm in there all the time. I'm looking at the Origin premiere and thinking, that seems like a pretty good deal for like
and
Jedi Fallen Order plus
got
Anthem.
Coins, right? Apex coins?
Yeah, fucking right. I should actually
check. You should check to see if that's actually how he got them.
Yeah,
because
if it is, I might just do that because I was going to do it anyways, and then get my coins that way. Smart. So listeners who have been tracking us this year know that every 2 weeks we're going to talk about our backlog games. Unfortunately, because Anthony's everything went to shit, he didn't get a chance to do his backlog game. I put an hour and a half into mine, which is Kingdom Hearts 1, which I have a lot of things to say about, and I will postpone those until.
Sure you do.
Did you ever play that game?
No. My wife did.
Yeah.
And I watched my wife play it a lot. Yeah, she likes it enough.
Yeah.
I'd be curious if she played it now, what she thought.
Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like it's a relic of its time. And more on that next week.
We'll get into that.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that was episode 178 of Prof and Dev Play Games. This guy needs to go play some Apex Legends, and that guy needs to, I don't know what.
I don't know what I do anymore without the internet. Like, I'm trapped inside my house with a foot of snow around me, not going anywhere, yet I don't have the internet.
Sounds like hell.
It kind of is. I hate being that person, but it kind of is.
Yeah.
I have books to read, so I just sit and read books.
Nice. Listen to some Critical Role. Oh, you're caught up probably.
I'm caught up.
Oh,
and there was not Critical Role this past week, so
I can get the rest of the
next one. Yeah, if you finish 50, I think is what you're
so
on.
I got 49 and 50 right now.
Yeah, if you finish 50 is the last one that went up. And it's so good. So good.
Wow, this one right now is so good.
Yeah.
So good. Crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Like, that they had that in their pocket, and they just, only those two knew about it.
Yeah.
Crazy. Anyway, this is not the Critical Role podcast, although we could do that as well. So we will see you next week for episode 179. Thanks for tuning in.
All right. Thanks, everyone.